this is already the third evaluation round, and taking into consideration the previous two evaluations rounds, what can you say about Latvia? What is the situation here in Latvia? What strengths and weaknesses do we have in our policy against trafficking human beings?
Well, Latvia has a quite good legal frame in cooperation with the civil society. Victims are well assisted through the services who are delegated to the NGOs. But of course, there's some challenges that we also see in the second evaluation report of Latvia concerning the number of investigations, the number of convictions. Also, it's a huge challenge, of course, not only for Latvia, but for many other countries, the suspended sentences of traffickers, because you probably understand that the suspended sentence is not a justice for a victim of trafficking. So it's very important, the state, to assure that the traffickers receive the convictions that are basically responding to the crime they've done. And this is a crime against human rights, and it's the convention is very clear on this, and the human rights approach in the convention is it's very strong that victims also should receive good assistance and support.
And then when we think about Latvia, if you had to choose three main steps, three main strategies that is, very urgent for us now, that we should take now to improve our response to trafficking human beings?
Well, all GRETA reports are basically there, and the monitoring mechanism is there to support states to develop their legal frame and their response to trafficking. And most of our recommendations are very detailed and very prompt to what we've seen in a given country. So each state can really take the recommendations and decide for itself what is the most important and urgent issue to take. But we do have recommendations that are more critical, and recommendations that are more supportive towards the already done positive things in a given country. So basically what our work is as a GRETA is to really support states get better in actions against trafficking human beings.
We don't want to preempt the final GRETA report, because if we actually answer this without having the final GRETA report, which will be adopted by GRETA in November, it will be almost like, as I said, preempting the decision of GRETA, and that's why Antoaneta is not doesn't want to commit herself to something very, very concrete, because we don't have the final report yet. But what is clear is that Latvia's situation of a typical country of origin is now changing. We have seen in the last 2 years there are more foreign victims identified. So clearly one of the strategies that you have is to think about that. Not in the past, it was more about how to protect Latvian, mostly women and girls and men for victim. Now you have to think more of yourselves as a country of destination, and what it means for your labor market, what it means for your businesses, what it means for your border control, etc. So this is this evolving situation that you have to deal with.
Yeah. This is why I refer to the second GRETA report, which is official. But another challenge that Latvia may have, as many other countries, is the abuse of ICTs. I mean, traffickers are online, they're in social media, and they're abusing the vulnerability not only of people, but of children. So many countries have to think how to handle this, including on the legal frame, if there are cross-cuttings, because law enforcement normally look for specific defined crimes, but traffickers do not really go in a straight frame by doing the crime. They use everything, and they abuse the internet as well.
Yes, it's like you have to build resilient system, and you have to build also like a system that you can change and then adapt, and you can follow the trends. And the report we will be able to see in November publicly.
It will be adopted by GRETA at its session, which is the week of the 23rd of November. Then it will be sent to you, and you will have 1 month to provide final comments, and then it can be published.